Well, hello everyone. Welcome back. This is G-Man, My World 67. Well, it's been a while since we did a video, and I've been working on the layout, and then I haven't been working on the layout because we had some things around the house that, some work around the house that needed to be done, and I can't do it all myself, so we had to have some people come in and do it, and so I've been busy kind of watching over that and supervising that, but that's all done now. And so now I can kind of get back to brass tactics. What you're looking at today, I just wanted to share it with you. I decided today just to do a little project. Now, I've had this sitting on my desk for probably going on a year and a half, maybe even 2 years. And what this is a French Hornby 040 SNCF switcher or locomotive. And it was missing. It's just a junk shell, and I've had it, and I've always going to do something with it, but I never have gotten around to it. So I thought today, I says, well, I'll go ahead and do something with this. Now, outside of some scratches that's actually acquired since it's been sitting on my desk over this period of time, this engine was in, paint-wise, was in pretty good shape. Now, the rails have been scratched up, and then I've got some scratching here where I've been working on it, and so forth and so on. But someone had painted this, and then I don't know whether they ran it and then decided at some point in time they didn't want to run it anymore and just junked it. But they took the cab off of it, and I took the front end off of it, as you can see here. And so I'm going to rewire it. The lamp socket is there. So I'm going to rewire it so that we can put a bulb in it. And as I said, I just made this cab for it. And what I did was I cut the shape out of a good old piece of aluminum that I have, and went from there. Now, the first one of these, which this is the second one, I actually cut out over a year ago, and I cut it out of cardboard, and then I came back and I used it for a template, and I made this one. Well, after trying it a few times, and then decided, well, I didn't really want to fix this up right then. I had too many other things to fix, so I just left it sit on the desk for a paperweight. And now, today, for some unknown reason, I decided, well, let me go ahead and fix this engine. I kind of like it. So what I did was I took this old one, and I resized it up. I had to do a little tapering, a little cutting on it, a little widening of the window areas, and then I made another one, which is this one that I now have on there. Came out real nice. It's not perfect, but let me show you something. As you can see, there is a burgundy, or red as they call it, in its entirety. Now, what I do not have the shields, and I do not have the tanks. And of course, I don't have a Hornby motor. So guess what? It's going to be powered by Marks. Ah, yeah. All my Hornby engines, except for those who come with the Hornby engine, the motor, or I repower with Marks. And so this is going to be another Marks repower. I've got the cab on it now. I reinforced it, and I made tabs, folded them over, and then I took crazy hot glue, and glued over the tabs, and so to make sure that they were secure, because this aluminum that I'm using is really lightweight, and in a shorter piece, a smaller piece, it has more strength, but as a longer piece like this, it's just really flimsy. You can bend it with 2 fingers. So now that I've got it in place, it doesn't bend as easy, but yet these areas would still bend fairly simply. This won't bend quite as easily, but it wouldn't take much, a good blow to bend that. And later on, who knows, I might decide to go ahead and get a little heavier gauge tin and make another one and put on there. But for right now, this is great, and it worked out. Now, is it perfect? No, it's not perfect. Is it completely correct? No, it's not completely correct. But it does look good. It does serve the purpose, and it enables me to have a complete engine that I can put back in service. And the tanks, we don't have the tanks. Well, I'm going to look, because I think I've got a couple of tanks that I took off of something else, and I'm going to look and see if I've got them. If I don't, we'll put it together without the tanks. It has on the original Hornby engine, as you saw. Let me go back to that picture. On the top of the engine, connected to the cab, is this V shape. Well, I don't have that. I wasn't thinking when I cut the metal out, and so I didn't put it on there. So I made this piece to go in this area. Now, once again, will it be original? No, absolutely not. Will it be perfect? No, absolutely not. But once I get it in place, get it all set up, lined up correctly, and attached, it's going to work out fine. One of the other things about this engine I'm going to do is I'm going to try to salvage it with this gray paint and the red scheme. I like this scheme. I've always liked it. That was one of the things, the reason why I kept it and didn't throw it in the old junk pile, I guess. Because the red and the gray worked out really good together. So I'm going to paint this piece here red, and I'm going to paint the cab itself red, and I'm going to touch up this gray, and we're going to put the motor in it, get the light in the housing wired back up, get this boiler front back on, and we're going to see what it brings. I'm going to do a later video on it as I get further along on it. Maybe another one this evening, I don't know, but definitely in the next day or two I will be doing another video. Also, I wanted to give you an update on the 10E. My friend Gary over there at Trains in the Basement has that motor up and running. It is running. He said it had some minor problems with it, mostly with, I believe, the brush plate. But he got it up and he got it going. The armature was good in it. And he also mounted a reverse unit in it for me. He was going to try to repair the old reverse unit, which that thing was gargantuous. I don't remember whether I've ever showed it to you or not, but that thing was huge. And I couldn't possibly even begin to figure that thing out. And he said the same thing. It was really puzzling. But anyway, he mounted a reverse unit out of a later engine, out of a standard O gauge engine, and it's running great. So in a few days, whenever he gets the time, I will be receiving that, and we will be putting that 10E back together, and we'll be running it on the rails, which I have not yet put together, but they are ready to go together. And I've got a board to put them on, and so we're going to get those mounted on a board and watch those standard gauge engine run around the track. All right, but as for this Hornby, French Hornby engine, we're going to do some more work on it, like I said, this evening, and possibly get it the touch-up done, all that work done, and maybe even might get the motor in it. I don't know. But definitely we will be doing another video on it by tomorrow. All right. That's all I have for you. I appreciate you. Thanks for watching. I'm going to do an upgrade on the layout coming up too this week. Well, this weekend. So keep watching. Everything's okay, and I hope everything is well with you guys. All right, stay safe, and happy rails until next time. Bye-bye.